Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wrestle Vault. And right now, your host Salvador is wearing a hole in the studio floor because what we just watched on Monday Night Raw was nothing short of a disaster. A heartbreaking, gut-punching, blood-boiling robbery that has every true WWE fan losing their minds at their screens. Bronson Reed, the absolute beast, the man who was finally about to break through into the main event scene, is out indefinitely with a torn distal bicep. And folks, if you're not fired up yet, you will be before this is over. Because this wasn't just bad luck. This feels like a curse on the Vision. And WWE's careless booking may have just stolen one of the most explosive WrestleMania stories we've seen in years. You're watching this right now because you're just as angry, aren't you? You saw that awful moment live and thought, no, not him, not now. Drop a fire in the comments if your blood is already at boiling point. Share this video with every WWE fan you know, because the whole wrestling world needs to hear this. We're going all the way in. 30 minutes of raw truth, full breakdowns, conspiracy theories, what happens next, and the heartbreaking update from Bronson himself. Stay till the very end because the final reveal will have you hitting subscribe faster than a tsunami splash. Let's get into it. This is about to get ugly. Picture this. State Farm Arena in Atlanta is on fire with energy. A triple threat elimination chamber qualifier. Bronson Reed, the 300-plus pound force of nature from the Vision, going up against Jey Uso, the Yeet Machine, and El Grande Americano, the masked wild card who's been turning every head in the building. The bell rings and these three go to war. Reed is an absolute house on fire. Big boots, spine busters, that signature tsunami that makes the ring shake like the ground is splitting open. Hello viewers, if you're new here, please don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button for daily updates on WWE Raw. But then, 8 minutes and 40 seconds into the match, Jey Uso has Americano pinned after a thunderous spear. The referee's hand is falling, 1, 2, and here comes Bronson Reed, flying off the top rope like a runaway freight train to break it up. He lands cleanly, or so everyone thought. Reed immediately grabs his right arm, rolls out of the ring, holding that bicep like something just tore clean through it. The doctor rushes over, the whole crowd falls dead silent. Reed is on his knees beside the barricade, face twisted in pain, waving people off, but clearly done for the night. You could see it in his eyes. That wasn't part of the show. That was real. Michael Cole's voice shook on commentary. Bronson Reed is hurt. He's hurt bad. And later that same night, the official announcement hit like a sledgehammer. Distal bicep tear. Surgery on the way. Out indefinitely. A minimum of 3 to 6 months. WrestleMania 42, gone. The chamber he was supposed to win, taken from him just like that. Jey Uso steps into the spot instead after pinning Americano. Reed was meant to be the one moving forward to face Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Jevin Evans, and Trick Williams in Chicago this Saturday. He was supposed to be the final piece of the Vision's plan to take over everything. This isn't just one injury. This is the third original Vision member to go down in just the last few months. Seth Rollins, torn rotator cuff, gone since late 2025. Braun Breaker, a serious hernia, sidelined for months. And now Bronson Reed, the man built like a wall, torn bicep on a move he's pulled off 1,000 times without a second thought. What on earth is going on? Is the Vision cursed? Paul Heyman's Vision stable was supposed to be the next evolution, the most powerful force heading into WrestleMania. Instead, it's starting to look more like a hospital waiting room. Fans are all over social media. The Vision is snakebit. WWE is booking them too hard. The Netflix deal is pushing these guys to the limit. One viral post from WrestleVotes even confirmed that Reed was 100% set to win that match. Creative had to completely change things up live on the spot. Look at this group. Seth, Braun, Bronson, Heyman, they were untouchable. Now, Seth watching everything from home, Braun deep in rehab, and Reed facing surgery. The rage comes from knowing Reed was finally getting his moment. After years of grinding through NXT as the colossal monster, after locking in with the Vision and becoming their battering ram, after those jaw-dropping tsunami spots that had crowds screaming his name, he was one single win away from headlining Elimination Chamber, one win away from a possible WrestleMania title shot against Drew McIntyre. And now it's gone, just like that. WWE forced to rewrite everything live because of a freak bicep tear on a move he does in his sleep. This is why we're outraged, because injuries keep robbing us of the dream matches we've been waiting for. Remember when Edge had to walk away too soon? When Daniel Bryan's neck problems derailed everything he'd built? This feels exactly the same. Bronson Reed, a man built like a tank, brought down by one bad landing.
It's maddening. Just hours after Raw went off the air, Bronson broke his silence on social media. The big man posted a photo of himself in a sling, looking crushed but carrying a fire in his eyes. "Gutted doesn't even cover it," he wrote. "Was ready to bring the fight to the chamber and beyond. But this is wrestling. Setbacks happen. Surgery coming soon. I'll be back stronger, meaner, and ready to tsunami the entire roster. Thank you for the love. The vision ain't done yet." Fans absolutely lost it. Thousands of comments flooding in. "Get well soon, big man. This hurts so bad. WWE better have something huge waiting when he comes back." But underneath it, the anger is still there. Why now? Why him? Reed was the most dependable guy in the whole group. No nonsense, just destruction. And now he's stuck on the sidelines watching Jey Uso walk away with his spot. Let's break it all the way down. Elimination Chamber this Saturday in Chicago just lost its most dangerous wildcard. Jey Uso steps in, and look, the Yeet energy is going to be electric. But Reed was the power threat, the one man who could flatten the entire field with a single tsunami. Now the match leans more towards high-flying chaos, and that monster factor, it's just not there anymore. WrestleMania 42 plans? Completely torn up and rewritten. Reports suggest Reed was lined up for a massive feud, possibly a brutal no-holds-bars match against a top name like LA Knight, or even a surprise reunion angle with Seth Rollins. Instead, that door swings wide open. Who walks through it? Maybe a call-up from NXT? Maybe Trick Williams gets his big moment? Or does the Vision go out and find emergency muscle? Heyman has to be working overtime right now. And looking further ahead, Reed is out 4 to 6 months after surgery. That puts his return somewhere around SummerSlam or even beyond. But here's the silver lining hiding inside all this pain. This forced time away could actually set him up perfectly. No more rushing into big spots. A full, proper recovery. Come back at 100%, maybe even sharper and with new tricks. Picture Reed walking back into a packed arena at SummerSlam with a fresh, unbreakable feel to him. Bigger and more dangerous than ever, and going after whoever it walked out of the chamber with gold. That comeback story could be one for the ages. But right now, it's just hurt. The original 3 of the Vision, all sitting on the shelf. Is it bad luck? Overbooking? Too many heavy impact moments piled up through 2025 and into 2026? Or is there something even darker at play? A curse that came with the territory when they stepped up to challenge the top of the food chain? Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere you look is full meltdown mode. Bronson was finally getting the push he deserved, and bam, gone. WWE Creative is a disaster. The Vision is the new injury magnet. Heyman, what did you bring down on us? One fan cut the injury clip to sad music, and it already has 2 million views. Comments pouring in like, "This is the kind of thing that makes me hate wrestling sometimes. And Reed deserves so much better. Free Bronson." Even the boys in the back are speaking up. Jey Uso posted a heartfelt Yeet tribute. "Big Bronson, heal up, fam. We finish this later." Braun Breaker commented, "Brother, we're in this together. Vision forever." Seth Rollins hasn't said a word yet, but you already know he's seething. This is exactly why you stayed until now, because the outrage is real. WWE keeps dangling these massive pushes in front of us, and then an injury snatches it all away. It's happened one too many times. We deserve smarter booking. We deserve to see monsters like Reed where they belong, in the main event, without worrying about a torn bicep ending everything in an instant. Let's slow down for a second and remember exactly why Bronson Reed means so much. From the independent scene as Jonah Rock, to tearing through NXT as the Colossal, to arriving on the main roster with that skull and crossbones singlet and those earth-shaking tsunamis. The moment he joined the Vision alongside Seth and Braun, he transformed into a main event player overnight. The leather jackets, the spikes, the attitude, he looked every bit the star. And that Raw moment where he hit 3 back-to-back tsunamis on R-Truth, straight up iconic. This man was made for WrestleMania, and now he's staring down surgery and months of recovery. But Bronson's toughness isn't up for debate. He's pushed through worse than this. This setback could light the fire for the greatest comeback we've seen in years. Picture him walking back into a packed arena, arm fully healed, climbing to the top rope, and sending the whole roster crashing down with a tsunami. Chants of Bronson, Bronson, rattling the rafters. That's the story we're holding on to right now. Time for the wild theories, because we're fired up and we want answers. Theory 1, Netflix is pushing Raw to the absolute limit. More matches, bigger spots, less time to recover. The result? Bodies breaking down. Theory 2, the Vision's rise to power is rubbing too many people backstage the wrong way. Is this karma or something more deliberate? Theory 3, the injury wave is crashing harder because these guys are bigger, the matches are stiffer, and the medical team isn't catching the small tears before they become major ones. Whatever the reason, it ends now. Fans are demanding that WWE starts protecting their talent. No more reckless dives if it means throwing away your entire push. Drop your theory in the comments below. Cursed stable, bad booking, plain rotten luck. The more noise we make, the louder our voice gets heard. Real talk on the injury itself. A distal bicep tear almost always needs surgery to get the tendon reattached. Recovery runs 3 to 6 months before you're back to full strength. Reed could realistically be stepping back through that curtain by late summer if everything heals the way it should. Physical therapy, no cutting corners, but wrestlers tend to heal faster than most people. Just look at Edge coming back again and again, or Triple H powering through those quad tears. Bronson is young, built for this, and hungry. He's going to return an absolute monster. In the meantime, the Vision has to shift gears. Maybe they bring in a fourth member. Maybe Braun comes back first and they rebuild around him. Or does Braun come back as the ultimate Avenger, hunting down whoever it was that stepped into his chamber spot and took everything he'd worked for? This injury on Raw isn't just another news story. It's a turning point. It reminds every one of us just how fragile even the most indestructible-looking athletes really are. It makes you appreciate every single match a little more. And it has us all fired up for the day Bronson comes back.